hello everyone. If you can hear and see us, do let us know in the live chat.
Hey guys. Hey guys, good morning.
Let me load that up real quick. There it is.
Hello.
I'd like to formally apologise for not setting this stream up earlier. I was at Manchester ComicCon and didn't have time to set it up in the morning. We left at like 8:30 or 8:45 in the morning, so I didn't have time to log onto my computer and set up this stream with the very sexy thumbnail Mr. Crispy Pro made for us.
Woohoo!
So, I apologise, but we're here.
Yay.
Welcome.
Can't believe they announced David Tennant show.
David Tennant spin-off, baby. David Tennant spin-off. They announced it.
I can't believe it.
I do want to get an infographic for the live episode, so I'm going to grab that real quick. But welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. Crispy, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm going to blow my nose.
Oh, he's going to go blow his nose. Okay. Welcome, everyone. We're going to get into the episode in just a moment. I'm just saving a graphic for us to use in the episode, which means I need to go to this window here and just pop this in. This is going to be totally shocking information when you see this on the screen, so pretend that you don't know it, even though obviously everyone knows it, but it's fine. There we go. That graphic's ready for later. Good stuff. Okay, there we go. Good. Welcome. How are you guys? I'm good, thank you. How are you, Ella? How are you? What is... Oh, is that your alarm? I thought he'd put that on for an actual, like, bit. I didn't think... That's what wakes him up in the morning. My goodness. That's his alarm, folks. Crazy. Okay, so we're talking Doctor Who, Hall H, ComicCon, cool things, epic stuff. Very, very cool, very, very epic. Everything is working here, isn't it? Hang on, let's just check real quick. If I was to play, for example...
Hello, Internet.
Yep, that's Beast Boss's call. Cool. All right, good. Just wants to make sure they were all working. But yeah, so we're going to talk about the confirmed Doctor Who spin-off, and we're going to talk about the Christmas special and general Comic-Con stuff, both San Diego and today's, because I've got some cool things I can share, at least briefly. And Crispy's going to tell us all about his amazing adventures he's been up to, and if he hasn't been up to any, he'll make them up.
I just had a nosebleed.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened there. And then my alarm went off. Man, we're off to a flying start this morning.
Oh dear.
All right.
You're also quite quiet on my end. I wonder if there's something I can do to turn you up.
I can try and see what the settings are like on this end. I should get the chat. Where's the chat?
They're on youtube.com/HughesTheyDW as per usual.
Where the chat at? Yeah. Is Crispy a Disney adult confirmed?
Oh, because of the nosebleed. Oh dear. You trying to suggest that Disney adults have dark careers?
What?
Can you all hear Crispy okay compared to me? Is it a me problem?
Hello?
If it's a me problem, let me know. He just sounds very quiet to me. But if you can hear him fine, then I'll just turn up my audio.
The chat is bumping right now.
It is. It's bumping. It's lumping. It's yeah.
That alarm was intense. I'm sorry, everyone.
It's a me problem. Thank you very much, Kate. I will just turn up the volume on mine. You will hear a very quick Windows deling. There you go. Crispy, can you now speak?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Who's There, the Doctor Who podcast.
That'll do me. Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get pretty much straight into this, because it's a late night. I'm a little bit sleepy. Crispy's probably a bit sleepy. Are you going to go back to bed, buddy? Are we going to get this done so you can go back to sleepies?
No, I don't think I'll be going back to bed.
I have so much respect for you, because on a weekend, if I don't need to be up for something, I'm back in bed until like an ungodly hour every weekend.
That's fine. But I can't remember. I was watching a movie last night, and I was like, oh, I'll go back to watching that movie after this. But now I can't remember what movie I was even watching.
It really left an impression on you, didn't it?
Yeah. I'm very curious as to what it was.
Oh, was it The Amazing Deadpool 3?
No, but we could chat about that in a second if we want.
Baby, bye, bye, bye. It's been stuck. Bye, bye, bye. It's been stuck in my head for the last several days. We're going to see it again tomorrow, by the way. Look at you. I like your dance. Good. Okay.
Thank you.
Should we just get straight into this?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. All right. Record button has been pressed. So, if you happen to be new to our live streams, I don't think I see any new usernames in the chat at the moment. I think you're all regulars. Let's say hello to some people. Micah, Dr. Master, Beast Boss, Maxon, Kate Riley, Adam Bird, Connor McCrae. I don't know why I went Australian when I said that.
Connor
McCrae. Maxon, Kate Riley, I've already read your name out. Sarah Glover, Amy Thunderbunk, Dolphin Pants, Amy Thunderberg. Oh, Thunderberg. Sounded so good with that really terrible Australian accent I was doing. Amy Thunderberg. Just sounds good.
Tony's new.
Tony is definitely not new. I've known him for 10 years, but you know, let's allow him to have this moment.
Oh, I see, because they're a moderator.
Oh yeah, I should stress we will discuss Deadpool 3 briefly in this episode, but don't worry, we won't spoil anything. If you haven't seen the film, there will be no spoilers. Han Solo dies. Sorry. No. I'm so sorry.
You can't be saying things like that.
I know. And Sam C. But yeah, I'll also share some Manchester ComicCon things, Crispy, because I met some Doctor Who people. And also, you know, my genius plan I talked about with the Walking Dead guest, with the Funkos,
yes.
She loved it. She was like, that's a genius idea.
Good.
I was like, yeah, thanks. I thought so too. We'll explain that later.
Great.
So, let's do it. We need an intro gag. So,
I've got something.
This man woke up 10 minutes ago, and he's already ready with his jokes.
You ready?
My brain takes 6 hours to think of funny things, and yours takes 6 minutes. I'm proud of you. Let's do it. Oh, hang on, let's record on Riverside, because then I can get a better version of your camera for the edit. I figured out how to insert your nice camera over mine, so it looks nice and smooth. I'm a clever guy.
Yeah.
I'm a clever guy.
He is a clever boy.
Even though most people on Spotify might not even watch the video. I hope they do. Then it makes it worthwhile. All right, we're recording. Do it, buddy. What have you got for us?
Thank you all so much for being here. In 2025, we are announcing the war between the land and the sea. In 2026, we are announcing the 14th Doctor spinoff. And then the big one, in 2026, we have the Absorbaloff Adventures. What do you think? Do you like that?
I thought you were Donald Trump for a second. Are you trying to be Kevin Feige?
No, I was just trying to be some American person.
I'm in. Absorbaloff special. That does me. But
it's
I've got to know.
It's a 12-part anthology.
I've got to know. Does it sum up in a big ensemble film where the Slovene return?
Well, let me take you to 2027, where we have green monsters from the late 2000s untitled spin-off show. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna.
You sound like you're turning into Donald Trump again now, which actually is a perfect person for Slovene. Roll the intro. That was a zing. Crispy. Do you like that?
That'll do.
Do you like that zing? That was a zing.
That's a zinger.
Trump dropping out of the election for Doctor Who. Oh god. There's a clip that lives in my head rent free of one of the guys out of The Walking Dead just doing a Donald Trump impression, and it's unnaturally good. Just look up Ross Marquand Donald Trump, and you'll see it's creepy. It's creepy.
I don't think I could do it. I never tried to do a Donald Trump.
Ironically, I think he was on an Australian talk show
should.
when he did it. So, you know, there's a connection to you.
Oh, there we
Because
go.
you're Australian.
There we go.
Crazy.
I am Australian.
Isn't that wild?
That's a weird thing.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's do this. Who's on intro? Me. It's me.
You.
Let's do it.
You.
Let's do it. Oh, just a quick bit of running through with you, Crispy. Things you want to go through. Spoilers for the live chat. Want to go through, obviously, spin-off, Christmas special. Maybe the Sonic Screwdriver merch thing, because we'll talk about that a little bit. Have you got any preferences to order of which we do things?
Spin-off show off the top.
Yep.
Sonic Screwdriver, then we chat about Christmas.
Sounds good. And then we'll interlay our 4 Patreon callers in between those things.
It's beautiful.
We'll warm up with a bit of Deadpool and today's ComicCon, but that's cool. It's just I've got a plan in my head for structure.
Yeah. Let's sprinkle.
Let's
sprinkle, baby.
In fact, just one last question for the Patreon folks, the Who's There hotliners. Let me know in the live chat if there is any particular order I should do any of your calls in. Let me know. No one said anything, so I'm assuming it's fine. But if anyone's got a particular order, just let us know. Okay, we good to go? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, let's do it. Let's get blamming going. Oh yes. Also, Belinda Chandra. Yes, well said, Mike. I'd forgotten about that. We need to talk about that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah, that was real. Russell said it during the panel.
Yeah, but
he also said he was going to CGI William Hartnell into Doc 2 and everyone took him seriously and started whinging again, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, let's go. if people really
Let's do
thought
it.
he meant that when we literally have David Bradley ready to play the first Doctor whenever, then I don't know
I
what to
really
tell you.
thought he meant that too.
Did
Is
you
that
really?
bad? Yeah, let's talk about it in the episode.
Okay, all right, interesting. Well, fair enough. You're just very silly, Crispy. No, to be fair, I did wonder, but I think he's doing his usual Russell joking, where you kind of have that moment where you go, is he being serious? And then you're not sure. Oh,
We'll see.
Oh, we'll debate.
We'll see.
Debate.
I really would. Anyway, we'll see.
Hello and welcome back to Who's There Doctor Who podcast. My name is Troy, his name is Crispy, and we are the hotline that accepts your calls throughout time and space, even if I point in the wrong direction when I point at Crispy. I've just pointed off camera at you. But you're still here, aren't you, buddy?
Always. In spirit, but not in person.
You're in person right now, sir. I see you on the camera.
No, but I'm not in the room.
Oh, you're in
We've
your
only had
room.
one in-person episode. I am in a room.
There you go. We're all in a room somewhere.
The office.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The office. I like your office.
This is the office.
It's got a great bed, sir. I love your office bed.
Yep. The hospital bed.
Welcome to another live recorded episode of Who's There Doctor Who podcast, folks, where we are talking about everything from Hall H, the big San Diego Comic-Con panel for Doctor Who, where Rusty Davies, Ncuti Gatwa, and Millie Gibson talked about some Doctor Who things, revealed some things, chatted about some things, discussed some things, did a lot of things. There were a lot of things involved. It was very, very cool. Crispy's going to give his thoughts. I'm going to give my thoughts.
Too many things. If anything.
Yeah, if anything it was. But we're going to have a good time. And as I said, we're live, so we'll have our regular monthly Patreon callers, where we'll get some random calls, maybe about the Comic-Con panel, maybe not, knowing Conor McRae. Absolutely nothing to do with the Comic-Con panel, but we'll listen to those throughout the episode as well. If you already don't know how we work with our live episodes, our Patreons at the highest tier get to call in with their own hotlines. And it's basically turned into Big Finish audio drama pitches, because everyone puts in ridiculous effort to these things, but they're so much fun to listen to. So for this episode, it will be just the patrons calling in, but next week, back to normal business. So, Crispy, how are you doing, sir? Before we get into anything, because we should start talking about really big things in the Comic-Con world. So let's naturally not talk about Doctor Who and talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. What do you think of that film, buddy?
Oh, dude. It was fun little wholesome story. Did I say that on the stream, or did I just tell it to you?
You didn't say anything to me. You haven't told me what you thought of it at all. You told me you were going with your work.
Yeah, was that on the stream? Was that on an episode?
I think you might have told me afterwards, but either way, that episode's not gone out, so people haven't heard you say it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, true.
Yeah.
Timey-wimey. Well, anyway, yeah, I booked a ticket just by myself because there's a cinema just down the road from my new work. And I was like, oh, I'll go and watch it. And then my boss got wind of that and was pretty much like, oh, maybe I want to see it too. He's like, actually, you know what? Let's ask around. And then he paid for the whole company to go and watch Deadpool and Wolverine on Friday night. It was sick, man. It was so much fun. What did you think?
I think it's the best opening of any Marvel movie ever.
Oh. It's up there.
No, it's the best
up
one.
there.
Can you think of one that competes right now?
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I understand that, but I disagree. I think Morbius might have a better opening. I'll give you that.
What's the opening of Morbius?
Where it just says Morbius, and then it's just in I don't even know, the jungle or something. Mate, I don't know.
Sick.
Said it for the bit. But yeah, no spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine, don't worry. But yeah, that opening section, fantastic. Go watch the film.
So much fun.
If I wasn't so busy next couple of weeks, I might ask you to do a special episode, but probably not.
But no, we can see. We'll see what we can do.
If you guys want to see that, let us know. Maybe we'll do one. But yes, we will. We will now talk a little bit about Doctor Who because we've got some Comic-Con stuff to do. Comic-Con stuff to talk about.
Oh my gosh!
Do you know what I was doing today, Crispy?
You're in Manchester.
I was in Manchester. I know, a really rough place to be, but Ruby Sunday's from there, so we get along with it. But I do just want to share that I went to Manchester Comic Con because it's Comic Con themed today. I met a couple of Doctor Who people. Do you know who I met, Crispy?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I told you. Damn it. Who did I tell you? Come on then.
I can't remember. You have to go. You have to tell me.
I love when I tell my friends things and my friends forget. Wow, I'm so heartbroken. I'm so heartbroken.
Oh, dude, look, it's like every other week you're meeting someone from Doctor Who, so forgive me.
No, it's all good. I mean, I pretty much met everybody I think I can meet now from modern Doctor Who, which is a wild thing to say. I worked out with my mum, and I think The only people I've not met who are like doctors or mainline companions are Noel Clarke, as we discussed previously, Peter Capaldi, Tosin Cole, not super bothered because he wasn't my favourite, but I wouldn't mind if he was around, and Bradley Walsh. I think that's like literally about it in terms of like mainline characters. So, and Neve McIntosh, who played Vastra. I haven't met her because I met Jenny and Strax, but Vastra wasn't there. So, yeah, it's been a crazy few years, but I feel like we finally pretty much tallied everything off.
I can't believe it.
So,
I can't believe it. So
met Mr. Arthur Darvill himself, Rory Williams.
Oh, that's right.
Got a Centurion pop signed. Annoyingly, has a big dent in the corner, which was in transit, but whatever. He signed it and then wrote "Trust a Plastic" on the side because I just was trying to think of a funny quote. Got a photo with him. I'm building up.
Wait, you thought of that? That's so good.
There's my photo with him. I haven't got the digital version yet.
Sick.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely.
Look at you
Surprisingly
guys.
less in demand than I thought. Like his photo queue was not very long. I thought he'd be one of the bigger guests, but maybe not.
Well, there we go.
Well, fun fact, he had no
experience.
prints on his desk for anything other than Doctor Who. I thought he'd have had some for like Legends of Tomorrow and stuff, but nothing there.
There you go.
Nothing there. And the only other one, Doctor Who themed, did I tell you the story, Crispy, about how the first person I ever met at a Doctor Who ComicCon was Miss Pell Mackey of Series 10 fame?
No.
I met,
yeah, you
an
did.
MCM ComicCon in like 2019, so like before we even knew each other, you know, but back before
wow.
you were honoured to have me as a friend. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know if I've ever showed you the photo, but I absolutely loathe it. Not because of her, she looked great, but I looked horrible. I was much bigger, had a big scab on my face. It was not a good photo, and I've been waiting for centuries to get another shot, and I don't think it could have gone any better. I absolutely love that photo. How good is that?
It's a great photo.
Hope you're enjoying it, Apple Podcast listeners, on Tuesday. But yeah, that was fab. So I got to meet her. Met a few people from.
She just married.
Yes, she just got married
like in the last year or so.
A month or two ago. Yeah. I actually said that to her when I met her. I said congratulations on that because it was funny. I was following her on my private Instagram, and then I switched to my public one to just use for everything, and realised there are some people in the private I didn't remember to follow on the public one, the Red Arch Live one. So I was like, I'll follow Pearl because I'm meeting her at the con. And then literally one of her most recent posts was about the wedding. And I went, oh, that's cool. So that was lovely. That was lovely.
Nice.
Met a few other people from like Baldur's Gate walking. I met David Morrissey. Actually, that's relevant because he was obviously, you know, the next Doctor.
Oh right.
Yeah. He signed a Walking Dead pop
today.
Today.
What? Haven't you already met him?
Did once before. Didn't get a photo with him, and I also didn't have a pop for him to sign. I kind of met him. He signed a print of him in Doctor Who, but I wanted to get a pop. Mum and I both bought Governor pops from The Walking Dead because we're as bad as each other with hyperfixations. We started watching The Walking Dead and went, hey, let's go meet him. So we got them signed. But the only other one I just want to share a funny story with was I met, for The Walking Dead fans among you. Have you seen much of The Walking Dead, Crispy?
I've never seen any of it.
You should watch The Walking Dead. It's fantastic. But I just want to show this idea off because I told Crispy it at like 3 a.m. and he went, this is genius. So I just want to impress everyone with this.
Oh, yeah.
So I met Kaylee Fleming, who plays Judith in The Walking Dead today. And my plan was to get a pop of Judith signed, but they are impossible to get hold of. If you look on eBay, they're like £90, £100. Really not hard, not easy to get hold of. I managed to get a really good deal on one for about £40 from America. So that's including shipping. So how I pulled that off, I really don't know. But it didn't arrive in time. And I went, oh no, what am I going to do? So I had this genius idea. I had a leftover pop box of Scarlet Witch that didn't have an insert or a pop properly in it anymore. And I thought, I'll get her to sign that. So she has signed the box of that and put a quote on it. And what I'm going to do is when the Judith pop arrives, I'm going to take the plastic insert out of this sleeve, put it into the other one. And then it's like she signed the Judith pop.
It's genius.
Like, tell me that's not genius. I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of that.
Crazy.
I really, really am. I said that to her and she went, that's really clever. She went, also, I love Scarlet Witch. That was a good choice. And I was like, thanks. So.
Oh, what a day. What a day for Troy.
I'll post more things on socials eventually, so go follow me at the relevant at Red Arch Live places. But just thought it'd be cool to share the Doctor Who stuff and also that little story because I was really proud. I don't have many smart moments, but when I have them, I like to show them off.
And that was the biggest thing to come out of a Doctor Who related ComicCon experience.
Absolutely. So thank you all for listening to this episode of Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast.
We'll wrap it up. Please like and subscribe. Troy and I are going to go home.
We've got big news. But you know what, Crispy? Let's pad it out. Should we have our first of 4 Patreon callers?
Yes.
Who would you like? If you got a preference?
War between the land and the sea. Let's talk about some Patreon callers.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pacing it out. I'm teasing people. That's what we always do. We've got our usual suspects. We've got Beast Boss, Conor McRae, Grace, and Dr. Whovian. You got a preference as to who we hear first?
Give me Grace, and I want to see if they do the clicking thing again.
I will tell you, I trimmed off the start and end of all these calls for any dead air, and I heard a little bit of clicking. So I think we've got this. We've got more of the action. So let's see what Grace's hotline call is for this month. Hello, Grace. If it plays, please.
Greetings, Troy and Crispy. I'm calling in to say that I am delighted in the results of my call-in last month. I continue to enjoy supporting this podcast financially and the associated benefits that it provides. My question for this week is the following. What are you most excited for in the Christmas special? Apologies, as it appears there has been yet another disturbance in the house. I will investigate and return momentarily. Okay, I'm certain that I arrived near myself, but the paradox machine isn't engaging, which doesn't make sense unless... Nope, not going to contemplate that they got me that early. Anyway, hi boys, my question that you should definitely answer is, what is your favorite 15 and Ruby moment from this previous season? Please ignore any... What the hell? Greetings, Grace. Did you really think a fallen shampoo bottle in the bathroom would stop me for long? How are you here? I escaped. You cannot escape what's coming. You can only delay with your silly messages and trying to influence this pitiful podcast. You don't scare me anymore, you tentacle freak. Troy, Crispy, you know what to do.
Bang.
What on earth?
So many narrative-based, call-ins.
This call is like it's like ogres, you know, and ogres are like onions.
And they got layers, baby.
They have layers.
They got layers.
They have layers. Have we talked about Shrek 5? Exciting for that. Oh,
yeah,
can't
what's
believe
going
that.
on there?
Yeah, exciting times. That's a great call. I like how everyone went, has Grace been replaced by AI? Because I heard the robotic stuff and went, what? But apparently the robot Grace has tentacles and thinks the podcast is pitiful. So, as always, I'm not backing the AI in this situation.
No, absolutely not.
There you go.
So what was the question?
Favorite Shooty and Millie moment from season 1? I've got an answer immediately if you've not got one.
I've got an answer too.
What's yours, Crispy?
Well, it relates to something we filmed recently that I need to edit. And it was the scene in Boom where they are having a little argument between each other about whether they should throw or hand over the whatever the
little portable urn of John Vita, yeah.
Yes. I just love that scene. I think the two performances are fantastic.
Yep.
And it just feels like a real Doctor Companion moment to me. That's it. Troy, yours?
The final scene in the TARDIS. I just love how that's performed and delivered, especially on Shizan, but both, like, I don't want to undersell either of them. Like, they're both fantastic in that scene. Then they carry the emotion of it really well. So it has to be that.
Yeah.
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 So, Crispy, time for the big news. And for this, we need to transition to this screen because I have a little graphic ready. Oh, it's not a graphic. I mean, I literally just screenshot.
Do you have the
tweet,
soundboard?
but I don't have the sound. Oh, I think I do. There it is. There it is. Ding dong! It's the news. Crispy,
It's time for the news.
can you please explain with your very blurry webcam? Yes, to everyone watching on the live chat, his internet is a little bit poopy and his camera doesn't look great, but in the audio version, it will look fine. That's why we're recording this. Okay, it'll look great. It'll look great.
Okay.
But Crispy, tell me what's going. It's like Mott the Week. What's going on here?
My goodness gracious me. The rumors are true. The war between the land and the sea. It's real. It's real.
It's actually real.
The master would say. So just announced in Hall H, a new Hooniverse spin-off begins filming next month with, how do I say this actress's name? I've never known.
Gugu Mbatha Raw, I believe.
Or, as we know her in Doctor Who land, what's the character's name in Doctor Who land?
Tish Jones.
Tish Jones.
I really thought you were going to go for a Loki joke and go, oh, so we better know her. Ravonna Renslayer in Loki.
Yeah, Renslayer. I think it's wild that all of us thought that Martha Jones was going to get her own spin-off, and then Tish comes in and steals the thunder. And then, of course, joining Sorry, how did you say that?
Gugu.
Raw?
Yep.
Russell Tovey, who played Alonzo.
Yeah.
Gemma Redgrave, who of course we all know as Kate Stewart.
No, she's a newcomer to Doctor Who. I'm sure she'll do a good job though.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Alexander Devrient? I don't know how to say.
I think so.
Devrient?
Probably.
Who plays Hot Unit Man?
Colonel Ibrahim. But yeah, that's a fair nickname. We'll give you that.
Hot Unit Man.
Yeah. Hot Unit.
So yeah, it's a real show. It's the longest title ever.
Yeah.
For a show, but it's real. I can't believe this. We started talking about the war between the land and the sea ages ago.
Yeah.
When there was some production leak saying, "Oh, Doctor Who have kind of like bought the IP to this or whatever," and I was adamant. I was really, really sure that it was like a cover for something, that this was going to be the unit show, or we thought, oh, maybe this is like some fake name for a 14th Doctor spin-off, whatever. But no, it's real. The war between the land and the sea is real, which is strange because that exact line was said in 73 Yards, which makes me wonder, was the idea for the show birthed just from Russell writing that line, being like, ooh,
I think it was a tease,
there's something
especially
in that.
considering I believe the director of 73 Yards is also the director of this entire spin-off.
Dylan Holmes Williams. I could not be more excited. This show is going to be so beautiful.
There's things at
I
play.
love
Russell
that
knows what he's
director.
doing. Russell knows what he's doing. So, we have a press release from the Doctor Who website just to share. Crispy, before I do though, did you know the fact about Gugu and Russell's characters in this show? Did you know the thing?
Yes. Well, I think so.
Tell everyone the thing.
That they're all new original characters.
Absolutely. Gugu is not playing Tish Jones, and Russell is not playing Alonzo and/or Midshipman Frame, whatever you want to call him, or as Dr. Master in the chat said, Captain Jack's Rebound, or those appropriate names for him. But yeah, they're not playing those characters. They are playing new, unique characters. I do wonder if,
Which is weird.
At least for Gugu, they may say something to tie it in, because I mean, obviously, Freema played two different characters in Doctor Who, and when she was cast as Martha, she made an explanation that her last character she played was her cousin. And everyone's like, oh, okay, that's cool. I wonder if they'll do a cousin line again with Gugu, or with Russell you can get away with, because he was like a captain of a ship from like the future, but also not the future, that hovered over Earth. You can let that one slide easier. But
yeah,
Tish, I feel like, is harder. Especially like because she's part of an era that most people remember a lot more strongly. So I wonder there. I wonder.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
In Russell, I trust. Twitter doesn't, but I do. So, the heading is Russell Tovey and Gugu Mbatha Raw lead the cast of new Doctor Who spin-off series for the BBC and Disney+, so if there was any doubt, it's on both of the big platforms, alongside Doctor Who alumni Gemma Redgrave and Alexander Devrient. If that's how you say it, hope it is. Today, the BBC and Disney branded television jointly announced their first brand new Doctor Who spin-off, titled The War Between the Land and the Sea. The series is created by Doctor Who showrunner and executive producer Russell T Davies, who has written the series with Pete McTighe, also known for A Discovery of Witches, The Pact, and weirdly left to last Doctor Who, because he wrote two Jodie Whittaker era episodes. Crispy, do you know what they are?
Pete McTighe.
I'm testing you.
Blam.
Yep.
And Fugitive of the Judoon? No.
No, that was Vinay Patel alongside Chris Chibnall, I believe.
Pete McTighe. I don't know. Praxius.
Praxius, bingo. Yep, Kablam and
Yeah,
Praxius.
right. There we go.
You get the points
Okay.
for that. You get the points for that, mate. Leading the 5-part series is Russell Tovey, known best for Feud, American Horror Story, NYC. I didn't know that was one. Didn't know he was even in that. And Gugu Mbatha-Raw from Surface and Loki. The series will also see the return of Unit alumni Gemma Redgrave, who reprises her role as Kate Lethbridge Stewart, and Alexander Devrient reprising his role as Colonel Ibrahim. The tagline is, when a fearsome and ancient species emerges from the ocean, dramatically revealing themselves to humanity, an international crisis is triggered. With the entire population at risk, units step into action as the land and sea wage war. Russell Davies said, quote, I'm so lucky to work with such a magnificent cast, and this is a huge, muscular, thrilling drama which will shake the Whoniverse to its foundation. When the Doctor's not in town, the whole of humanity is in trouble. Filming begins next month and will be directed by Dylan Holmes Williams, director of 2 episodes of Doctor Who Season 1, 73 Yards and Dot and Bubble. And that's your key news for the spin-off.
Yes.
Crispy, your thoughts?
Wow. I have far too many.
Yeah, it's a problem.
now.
It's been a problem for the last few years.
Yeah, we need to really hold me back on the thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay, so this obviously I get the feeling will tackle themes of pollution and
Yes.
harm to the environment. There's no mention of sea devils, is there? Are the sea devils a thing?
It is the Sea Devils. Russell says more at the panel. It is the Sea Devils, and he also, as you said, it's about pollution. Like they wake up and see what the human race has done to the oceans, and that's what sparks it.
Yeah, that's cool. As long as like, I wonder just how heavy, like, handed that message is going to be, because I feel like people really, I don't know, with Pete McTighe, sometimes his message can kind of be a bit much for some people.
It
But
can.
we'll see how they do it. The last time we had a 5-part drama from Russell was what was it called? Children of
Earth, which was a
Torchwood,
masterpiece. So.
which is like one of the best things ever in the Doctor Who universe. So I do have faith in a 5-part succinct story. I don't think this will get a season 2. I reckon it'll be a one-off thing that deals with this event from the Sea
I think it's a
Devils.
one-off too.
But we'll see.
Barney
Yeah.
the Cockapoo's mum just made a very, very good point in the live chat. What if Gugu Mbatha-Raw is playing a Sea Devil? That gets around the Tish thing.
Maybe. I just feel like, why would they waste that face card? You know, it seems strange to me if they did that.
Maybe.
If it's like a Zygon story, then yeah, 1,000,000%. That's exactly what they do. But Sea Devil,
But,
I doubt it.
But yeah,
I think they're both great gets for the show. I don't think they put them behind prosthetics, but they might.
I wonder with Pete, to your point though, how much of the heavy-handed message is Pete's fault, and how much is Chris Chibnall and/or the writers' room? Like we've said numerous times how much we love Chibbers.
It's not a bad message either.
No, it's not at all. But like,
I don't know.
subtlety was never Chris Chibnall's strong point with political messages. However, with Russell, he's very good at that. The question is, it's co-written between Russell and Pete Mattig. What's that balance look like? Is Russell kind of guiding him more on the subtleties of the political references? Is Russell more focused on writing the Sea Devils? We don't know. They're co-writing. We don't know how much that is. You know, all
Yeah.
Russell has to do is give a
Whenever
couple
it
of tweaks,
comes
and he
to-
can say co-written.
Whenever it comes to co-writing, like, I don't know if I've ever told you this, Troy, but I read the writer's tale.
Oh, did you? I've no idea that you read this.
Yeah, I did the one time.
That one time.
And it's all over the show. Like, you know, Russell can write like 95% of an episode, and it still gets credited to a different writer. So we'll see like what exactly the how they divide it up there. But I'm excited. I do like Pete McTighe. I like I mean, Kablam is like one of my favorites from the
Agreed.
Jodie Whittaker era.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm very intrigued. I just think it's the longest title ever. And
I
just
don't
can't
like
imagine...
the title much, I'll be honest.
I can't imagine saying to me, "Oh, did you watch the latest episode of The War Between the Land and the Sea?"
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's just a bit
That's
much,
such a long
isn't it?
title.
Yeah.
They could have. I feel like they could have called it everything, anything. Imagine if they just called it like the Sea Devils or something like that. That's dope. Imagine you're scrolling through Disney Plus and you see a thing called the Sea Devils.
Do you wonder
What?
if they've avoided Sea Devils in the title because, and this is just a bit of theorizing, I don't know if it's necessarily true, but because the last time Sea Devils were in the title, people really didn't enjoy the episode. It's like one of the least regarded episodes. Maybe they're just saying it's War Between the Land and the Sea and not saying Sea Devils to try and keep that more vague, so it's more open-minded for people.
But it seems like a heck of a trade-off.
It does, but you could have had a much shorter
But I
title.
getcha.
Yeah, you get things like, think of the Star Wars films. You get like Rogue One, a Star Wars story, or Solo, a Star Wars story. You call it Rogue One, you call it Solo. Would have been nice if this had like a smaller version of a title. But what are you going to call it?
Call it The War.
Yeah, War. What are you going to call it? Have you watched the new episode of
War.
Land? Like, you know, like what are you going to call it? I don't know.
If we just call it Land and Sea, it sounds like, you know, a documentary thing you'd see on BBC Three. I love that.
What if David Attenborough shows up in War Between Land and the Sea?
exactly.
And here we have these creatures coming out of the sea, disgusted with how the water of our planet looks.
That would be a fun.
It would be
intro.
actually
would
that
be
was a
great
joke,
way
but
to
I
open up
want
the
that now.
series.
I feel like David would be up for that. You know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. Look, I'm feeling a bit mixed on everything. How do you feel?
I'm honestly just excited about the idea of having more Doctor Who content going on. I'm wondering, with it filming next month, when's it going to come out? My hope was this spin-off would come out later in the year in between the 2 Doctor Who seasons, but if it's only filming now, I highly doubt they're going to turn it round for that.
No, I think my guess is we're going to get Christmas special, then early-ish next year, the next series of Shooty, and then a few months after that we get War Between the Land and the Sea, and then we might have to wait a little bit extra for season 3. But hopefully, by the time next year comes around, they will confirm a 3rd season of Doctor Who with or without Ncuti Gatwa.
Well, as we've said, we don't really comment on leaks very much, but I will vaguely reference one that Disney got like a big hack on their company Slack about a month ago or something. Slack being like a business version of Discord, if you don't know.
Did they?
They did indeed. 1 terabyte of data was hacked, and I won't go into specifics. I don't want to spoil it. But supposedly within a hack, the release date for season 2 of Doctor Who was in there. There was a specific date. All I will say is it's earlier in the year next year than this year's was. That's all I will say. If you want to look into it, you go do it. I don't want to spoil things for people. But I did see that, and I thought, it might be rubbish, but it's intriguing. It's intriguing. It's not connected to the deadline thing at all, by the way.
What about season 3? They say anything?
No. The only 2 things that came out of it was the release date, and that apparently Disney regards Doctor Who as a low-budget series, which compared to The Acolyte and a Marvel show, I'm not really surprised by.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So. Okay, either way. So we'll find out when that
caller.
spin-off comes out. It'll be one way or the other. Yeah, one way or the other.
Yeah.
So,
no.
we have got some news to talk about. But before that, let's have another Patreon caller, Crispy. We've got the Beast Boss, Conor McRae, and Dr. Hoovian. Who do you want next?
Beast Boss.
Beast Boss.
Beast
It's Beast Boss time. What have we got?
Internet. Welcome to Fan, Can, and Music Man. Because it's Beast Boss time. By the way, my Minecraft video has come out. Since last month, I got into politics, we got a new Prime Minister, and my town voted for the most evil political party this side of 1940s Germany. In an effort to keep my sanity away from negative values, please answer this. What song should appear in an episode of Season 2? I can't pick my favourite song because it has bad words in it, so I'd have to say Therefore I Am.
Oh!
But specifically the metal cover.
Oh.
Anyway, while Troy talks about Billie Eilish, and Crispy wonders why you'd cover a song in metal.
I'm reporting you to the council!
I like how
Beast Boss.
bro mentioned Billie
Crikey
Eilish
Moses.
and got me excited there with the metal cover, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
we
for
had Bad
absolutely
Guy last
for absolutely
series,
no
so-
reason, for absolutely no current recency bias reason, I would love to see Bye 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 by NSYNC in season 2 of Doctor Who.
And likewise to Troy for no
Say it.
recency bias. Like a Prayer by Madonna.
Oh,
would be
good
great for
choices.
me.
Good choices. Good choices.
Yeah, actually, no joke. Those are probably 2 of my favorite songs of all time.
Really?
Not be. Yeah. I tried to learn that dance from Bye Bye Bye. Back in my youth.
I want to see you do more dancing because I think I might have posted it for your birthday at one point, but you sent me a video of you doing a very brief dance to Rasputin, and it was iconic.
Oh yeah. That's right.
I want to see
That's
more
right.
of that. I want to see more
Yeah.
dancing. I want to see more dancing.
More Crispy's dancing arc.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
confess, I've never been a big Madonna listener as a kid. I remember hearing "Hung Up"
Oh,
and being like,
some great
hung up
stuff.
on that song at like 6 years old. But NSYNC, I think I was just slightly too young. I don't know. That's not a jab at you.
No,
Don't
so-
worry. There's only like
so
2
was
years
I.
between us. But...
I just started listening to a bit of JT and
Yeah,
my
same.
Parents were like, oh, he's part of quite a successful boy band. I was like, what? And then like, I don't know. I went through a phase of being like, you know what? I think that's my career trajectory. I think boy bands will be the big thing in
go.
the future, and they were.
You should make a YouTube video. Top 10 boy bands I want to see in Doctor Who.
I can't even name 10 of them. I could name 3.
No, name some bands and then you can put Pale Waves in there.
Yeah.
There
yeah,
you go.
True,
There you go.
true.
Had to
But
mention
yeah,
it.
Anyway,
Okay, well, thank you. And also,
Great
the
songs.
political views of the Beast Boss do not reflect the political views of Who's There Doctor Who podcast. We are apolitical
it's-
here on this podcast. Thank you very much.
wild.
Yeah. maybe don't go political next time, please, bud.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had to put a disclaimer. For
Yeah,
our
I don't
callers
think
saying,
so.
"Hey, let's not lean too much into politics."
Let's
but
not
I mean,
do
Doctor
that.
Who leans into politics sometimes. But,
Yeah. Leave
Anyway.
the political stuff to the 10th Doctor saying, "Don't you think she looks tired?"
Yeah.
Okay, Crispy. So we have got news about. What have we got?
Oh, we have a brand new sonic screwdriver that once again I can't get in Australia because they don't care about Australia, but that's okay.
We can't get it in the rest of the world. Don't worry. I'll give you a hug after this podcast somehow. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been finally announced, as all of us saw coming, that the replica of the 15th Doctor's sonic screwdriver is indeed coming soon. Although this time, the handling of it has been a little bit disappointing because This screwdriver launched first to market at San Diego Comic-Con, as expected. It did last year with the 14th Doctor Sonic. But when that happened, it was also then sold online for other retailers, either at the exact same time or like a couple of days later. There wasn't much between it, whatever it was, I don't quite remember, but it was close enough that I can't remember. That should say it all. But this time, the Sonic screwdriver released to 1,000 units at San Diego Comic-Con, but it isn't releasing everywhere else until September 2024. There's a 2-month wait.
What? I
Which
didn't
is-
know this.
Yeah, it's strange. So I won't have it for
Oh
2
my
months.
gosh.
Thankfully, Shooty Gat, we're going to Comic-Con in London isn't until November, so it's not a problem for me. But
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this man. Look at this man.
look at this bankrupt
Hey.
man. Don't worry, I still have my mum the money for the Diamond Pass. So don't, like, it's not. We're on ropes, but we move. You know, we move.
Yeah, we move. We move.
Shout out to my mum for saving my bacon, quite literally. But yeah,
Troy.
so I don't know what happened there. I'm just seeing if there's any extra information. There's Mike from Fish and Chips. Actually, it's not
Mike.
Al Devoir, but I wanted to see Mike from Fish and Chips talk about it. Who remembers Mike from Fish and Chips? I don't even know. I don't know who does anymore. But yeah, no,
Remember for the 14th Doctor Sonic screwdriver, like, oh, if you want one, I'll pick you up one. I was like, nah.
Yeah,
nah,
I
nah,
offered.
nah.
I
This-
literally, when he was in the UK, I was like, I can literally hand you one. I have one, and you said no.
No, but for this one, I'm eager.
You
I'm
want
ready.
the Sky TV remote, but you didn't want 14
I
Sonic
want the
screwdriver.
Sky. I know it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make
It
any
really
sense.
doesn't. Don't get me
for
wrong,
the-
I want it.
you
Like
know.
his screwdriver, I'll be honest, has grown on me immensely. Like
I just think it's so cool.
I'm gonna be real. Yeah, it is. It is
it's
really
like
cool.
a flip phone.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
Um,
I'm gonna admit to it.
But yeah, this is one that I want. I'm ready to purchase. So just let me know.
Only thing that makes me sad is I'm really gutted that isn't color replicas. I feel like that's a missed opportunity. You get stupid people like me buying all 3 colors if they did them. Like I don't understand why they've not done that. Because in San Diego Comic Con, I saw one picture that there was a pink one on display, so it exists. But
Oh really?
yeah, they're only maybe that might have been like a proper replica rather than like a character options toy. But yeah, it says, let's just have a look at the description of it very briefly. The 15th Doctor's device is a major step up in terms of complexity and function for the Sonic Screwdriver as a toy. On this deluxe version, so we go to deluxe one again, there are many new features, including a uniquely shaped swivel-out power core complete with flickering power crystal chamber and on-off sounds. There are also 3 distinctly different sounds with accompanying light FX, standard Sonic sound, data sound, and lifeform scan sound. Really getting the sound nerds excited here. And the spring out and retract emitter section also has its own sound. And finally, the slide out analyzer comes with its own sound, completing the sound effects. So basically, every little bit you can do with the Sonic has its own sounds. So that's cool.
Whoa. Crazy.
Yeah. So just do the multiple colours, and then I'll buy them all, you know. Or, sorry, if they look down past, my mum will buy them all, and I'll have to owe her for a bit. But, you know, either way, I'll get hold of them, you know. It's fine. I need more tutoring. If anyone needs any maths tuition, just hit me up, please. It's ropes. I have like 2 lessons a week at the minute. I need help. Please. I'm begging you. Thank you. This has been a public message from Red Archer Live. But there you go.
Troy Red Archer Live.
That's our Sonic Screwdriver news, Mr. Crispy.
Wow. I can't believe it.
We've gone through some really cool stuff here so far, but we've got one more thing to talk about and still 2 patron callers. So, sir,
Oh my god.
Dr. Hoovian or Conor McRae, who do you want next?
Dr. Hoovian.
I like how you're saving Conor McRae till last. It's a good choice. Dr. Hoovian, what have you got to say?
Next month, my message will take more than 30 seconds, so I wanted to record a really quick one this month just to slightly make up for next month in advance. So, hey guys, hope you're well. Thanks for the entertainment. Bye.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Love you
thanks.
too.
Damn, I didn't realise Sonic the Hedgehog
I'm
was a patron.
I'm excited for next month.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Exciting. There you
Real.
go. Wow. All right.
Okay.
Moving on. Oh, did you hear that sound, Crispy?
What?
It's the news because we got
gosh.
a preview of Joy to the World. Crispy, tell the lovely viewers, what is Joy to the World?
Joy to the world,
goodness sake.
Stephen Moffat's back. He's back.
Do you want to
I'll
actually
be
explain it now? Or...
I'll be back. Okay, so Joy to the World is an English Christmas carol. It was written in 1719 by the English
Okay,
minister
so we got news
and
about the next
hymn writer
Doctor Who
Isaac
Christmas
Watts.
special. Stop talking. This man, I hate him. I hate him and I love him. No, Joy to the World is the second. I forgot Church Review already existed for a second there. Maybe it's because Disney Plus tried to lump it in with season 1. There's a ooh, shot fired, bang. No, it is the second Christmas special for Ncuti Gatwa's era of Doctor Who, written by Stephen Moffat. So it's obviously going to be a perfect special. We're going to pretend like the Doctor, the Witch, and the Wardrobe doesn't exist, so that I don't have any doubts about the structure of this episode. But at the Comic-Con panel, Nicola Coughlan appeared. I think Coughlan is how you pronounce it. I'm trying to get that right.
I think so.
She popped up on a video message at the Comic-Con, couldn't actually be there, but basically introduced a clip of Joy to the World. Crispy, this time without referencing the Christmas Carol, can you please tell us a little bit about that clip? Assuming you've seen it. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
just checking. I actually didn't watch it until about an hour ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh,
I somehow missed
cool.
it at the time. I think I was busy with something. I can't remember what it was, but yeah.
Well, the clip starts with a little message from how do you say Nicola Coughlan? I don't know how to say her name.
Coughlan.
But she's
Coughlan.
epic. She's great. I think it's fantastic casting for a Doctor Who Christmas special. I just saw her in Bridgerton, and I'm a big fan of Dairy Girls, so I'm very, very excited for this episode. So I could be more thrilled with her casting.
Yep.
And look, what we saw, it very much feels like it's the pre-title sequence of the actual episode. And it just sees Ncuti going through a bunch of time periods with a pumpkin soup and a latte or something like that. What is it? I can't remember
Pumpkin
what it has.
latte, ham and cheese toasty and a pumpkin latte, which I know is going to get me more
Yeah, ham
excited
and
because
cheese
if there's
toast,
one thing that
yes.
gets her excited every year, it's Starbucks doing those pumpkin spice lattes. So,
I had one of those, and I didn't enjoy it. But respect your mum.
oh,
I
she's
had
going
one-
to
I
be
had one of
sad
those in-
now.
How one of those in like a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks?
Yep, just waiting to see. 'cause I
Oh,
think she's listening
she
live
listened-
right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a pumpkin spice latte from Los Angeles, and it was blah, blah. I didn't enjoy it. But anyway, the clip is fun.
She hasn't said
It's
anything.
very buff.
She hasn't said anything.
All right,
wow,
there
she
we
must
go.
be just sat in disappointment with you,
Does
which I
not
think is arguably
protest.
worse. Arguably
Yeah,
worse.
gosh.
She's giving you the silent treatment. I mean, I've never had it myself. I just, she goes on about it a lot and says it really.
What, the
she
silent
likes it.
treatment?
No, I've never had the silent treatment. I've never, ever, never argued with my parent. No one ever argues with parents, ever. Never
No,
happens.
absolutely
To be
not.
fair, we very rarely
Absolutely
argue,
not.
mainly because I just talk so much that she gives up. No.
Sounds like us.
It does. God, maybe I'm the problem. Okay, can I just say, I'm going to get this out the way because I feel like it's a complaint a lot of people are going to make. I really thought Nicola Coughlan's character was going to be 1940s based. To find out she exists in modern day London, I'm just like, really? Again?
Yeah, from the costuming initially
Yeah!
and the filming, we were like, ooh.
1940s. But no.
Yeah, no.
No, they just ripped her out of 2024.
It is 2024, isn't it?
Yeah, in London, of all places as
strange.
well. It's just London
Strange.
2024.
Yeah, oh well, that's fun, I suppose. I hope they do some kind of time traveling.
They will, but it'll be a great story. And I'm just gonna put it out there. They're really trying to make that leather coat his iconic look, and I just, can this be a safe space for me to say it's like my least favorite Ncuti outfit? I just don't. Sorry, no, it's not. 73 yards is my least favorite Ncuti outfit. Then that one. It's just there's a lot of clash of things going on, man, and I don't know. It's not my favorite.
Oh,
But I do like the idea. I will say that I do like the idea that they are trying to establish it by having different color shirts, because that's kind of like almost like a Matt Smith vibe, or like how David Tennant had different ties every time, or Matt Smith would have a different color shirt, but the rest would stay the same. I like that they're trying to establish that, even if I'm not a big fan of the outfit itself.
It's just the Christmas look. It's once a year. You'll survive.
You say that, but he wore it in the Christmas special, then he wore it in Space Babies, then he also wore it in Empire of Death at the end, went back to the default outfit, then he's wearing it again in Joy to the World. It's shown up more times than any other outfit.
Oh my gosh.
It lingers on the brain
my
because I don't like
gosh.
it as much. I love a Ncuti. You can pull off anything. I'm just saying it's one of my least favorite ones. It's one of my least favorites. That's all. Okay.
Wow. But yeah, the
apologies to
clip
Kieran in the live
question-
chat who just said he only just realised we were live. Yeah, I was late to announce this. It was like 20 minutes before that I said we were going live. So it's my fault.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's
but
my
yeah,
fault
so,
still.
Troy, the clip in question,
Mm.
very Moffat, don't you think? It doesn't even feel Russell.
I love it, and
like,
also
welcome back 2011.
the entire clip is just Ncuti's theme the whole way through. I was just like dun 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 I was just like, I have it memorized in my brain, and it isn't even officially released. It's thanks to fellow content creator George Sheard, because he put the live version on YouTube, and I listen to it on loop very often.
Popping
so
off.
I just know the whole thing
So good.
like that in my brain. So just like going along with the music the entire time. But yeah, so he keeps popping up in different places through magic doors, trying to deliver a ham and cheese toasty and a pumpkin latte. And why is that? Who knows? We'll find out.
I don't know.
And there's a Silurian.
And why? And yeah, there's Silurian. People are getting mad at the Silurian.
Oh man,
I don't know why.
I know I'm sounding like a real moaner about Doctor Who Twitter specifically, but the more things I see like this, the more I just think I'm gonna stop looking at people tweeting about Doctor Who. Because like the only thing I've seen about the Silurian is people going, "Why did the Silurians always look worse? In what universe did he look worse than a previous Silurian appearance?" Doctor Who's makeup game has always been strong. That's one of the things that made it stand out when the CGI was absolutely horrific, which, you know, Lazarus' experiment. So just because the visuals have got better in the CGI department did not mean the makeup department also had to step up. It's always been good. So I don't understand this argument. But again, it's just Twitter, you know? It's just Twitter.
Bloody Twitter.
Yeah. Blooming Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah, well, it'll be fun.
It'll be great. I'm excited.
I wonder if it will rival Boom in terms of the new Moth.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
You did say in our watch along, which is going up on Patreon very soon, patreon.com/TuesdayDW, subscribe to the middle tier or higher to watch Boom along with us. We're a little bit behind, but we're slowly catching up on the watch alongs before we do our adventure games playthrough soon over there. So if you want to support us, get over there. It's going to be exciting.
So
but you made a point which I agree with, which is Boom is the best written the 15th Doctor's been.
Yeah.
So as long as that quality of writing from Moffat is there, I think it's going to be good regardless.
And I think we know from some of the directors' commentary from Boom, or whatever they call it, the commentary, that there's like Shooty's going to be slightly mean in at least one scene in this episode.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see that side of Shooty, because I know he can do it. He can be sassy. He can be serious.
I think
he can be
Joy's
to the
going
point.
to smack the fly in her room, and then she's going to try and wipe her hands
her
on her
name's
skirt,
Joy.
and he'll go, "Wash your hands, you No, okay.
You dirty.
Yeah.
No,
You do it better than me.
I just realized that her name's Joy, and the episode's called Joy to the World. I feel so silly.
You're a silly Billy.
Wow. Oh my gosh. And it was called The Legend of Ruby Sunday because her name was Ruby Sunday.
Oh, wow. And she points
That's
at the sign
crazy.
because she was naming her daughter.
Yeah.
Well, we're so stupid. That definitely wasn't just a really dumb wrap up. Not at all.
We're so silly.
Definitely not delighted by that one, Russell. So anyway.
No.
Anyway.
No.
But that's I think about all the news from ComicCon. I have to admit, when this panel was coming up, I was thinking in my head, I was like, I wonder how much they'll talk about. And I knew in my head, I said this to you, I figured the spin-off would get announced. I saw it coming a mile away. Kind of hoped that in an hour-long panel it'd be a bit more, but there was just a lot of general talking from Russell about Doctor Who and like answering panel questions and things like that. The biggest takeaways were, I mean, the Sonic Screwdriver I don't even think was properly mentioned, like the merch release. It was just spin-off and Christmas special. They were the two big takeaways. So not much else to know, but we know there's more spin-offs coming, so I don't know when they'll be announced.
Yeah, that's massive. Our first Doctor Who spin-off in like 10 years, so it's great.
It's great. I just think it's a little bit underwhelming for people like us who have heard about it for like 6 months. It's like, yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
I think this time last year, we were like, gosh, what a missed opportunity getting like everyone to Comic-Con. Can you imagine the Comic-Con lineup with David, Catherine, and Russell?
Oh, imagine.
Oh, man.
Would have been good. I think just to have like a surprise cast member appear would have been really cool. Like just someone show up that you didn't. I don't know who it would be in this instance, but it would just be cool to have someone show up and like talk about Doctor Who. Like that's part of the surprise, at least for the Marvel, because this was compared immediately to a Marvel Studios panel because it's in Hall H where the big announcements happen. And like one of the big things for a Marvel panel, at least for me, is like when they talk about a film and then suddenly someone comes out to talk about something. You know, like I love
we should have had
angle.
Belinda Chandra. Well, that's who should have rocked up.
Yeah, because the final thing,
companion.
which the chat have just reminded us of, the last thing is that during that panel, it was offhandedly confirmed. I don't even think it was a big fuss over it. But Varada Sethu's character was confirmed to be called Belinda Chandra.
Yeah, interesting.
Do you know why
What's
that's
all that
significant, Crispy?
Because the Rani.
Close. Yes, infamous Sarah Jane Adventures character Rani Chandra, played by Anjali Mahindra, I think is how you say her name. A fantastic character in Sarah Jane Adventures, absolutely brilliant, but same surname. Now, people have already jumped on Twitter and gone, well, Russell likes to reuse surnames. I don't know when he's done that, but if someone wants to clarify, feel free. So maybe it's a coincidence, but I mean, if we get Rani to come back, like if it ties in and it's like a family member or something like that, that would be amazing. I'd be so up for that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'd be so up
That's
for that.
great.
You know?
But we'll see.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I don't know. Verida, I just think is like going to crush it.
Yep.
I'm really excited to see what kind of character she has. Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on next year, please. That's pretty cool that we have, you know, at least hopefully 5 extra weeks of Doctor Who content, or at least 1 extra week of Doctor Who content, depending on how they want to do the war between the land and the sea.
Oh yeah,
oh
yeah. That's a good question, and we'll finish with this in our live chat. Do you think they would release the spin-off all at once, or would they do it weekly? I personally would say weekly, Crispy. I don't think they've ever done all at once.
I want it to be weekly.
Same.
Because then that's 5 less weeks of content ideas for us to think of.
Yeah, it's a good point. That's a good point.
Oh man. Look, I want it to be a weekly thing, because especially if we're talking about Russell in this day where he's like chasing likes and reactions and everything,
generating content, as he said, infamously
generating
annoyed
content.
people for some reason.
Thank you, Russell, for saying that.
Which just was not a non-issue in my opinion, but whatever.
I think he'll want weekly.
Yeah.
I think weekly is the way to go. Make it a big thing. I don't know how well the show will perform, to be quite honest. The title is not very inviting. I hope that Doctor Who fans get around it. They might do some stuff in season 2 to kind of set it up. Maybe a bit more with.
That's why they've gone for Gugu to lead it, because people on Disney Plus will know her from Loki, because that's it's easily one of, if not their biggest show on Disney Plus. So there will be that brand recognition or face recognition.
Hopefully,
that might be it.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll be so intrigued to see how this show performs.
Yeah, most of the live chat are saying weekly as well. And someone also asked us to mention about the confirmation of Jonah Hauer-King, I think is his name, joining the cast of season 2, who was confirmed from Millie Gibson to be playing a big part in Ruby's story in the next season. There have been set leaks and photos that suggest how that will play. I'm not touching that. If you don't know it, I'll keep it secret. But
I see.
Because I wish I hadn't known it, and I saw someone retweeting it, and I was like, oh, I didn't need to know that. But yeah, so there's a cast confirmation if you've bothered about that too. But the biggest things were obviously spin-off confirmation and Christmas special, and obviously the Sonic taking longer to come out. But it's fine. I'll just sit here with 14s until the time passes. You know.
Wow.
Time goes by so slowly, as a certain singer that featured in Deadpool and Wolverine would say. What? It's all about. It's all back to Deadpool.
Yeah. Speaking of surprise cameos, should we have a not so surprise cameo from Conor McRae?
Let's do it.
Finish this episode.
We finish off with our last patron caller of the day from our favourite Big Finish wannabe cast member. I say wannabe like he wouldn't be qualified. He's more than qualified. Conor McRae, let's see what Big Finish style audio drama you've cooked for us today. Someone in the chat suggested it actually is Hall H themed, which is a great way to wrap this up if it is. So let's find out what he's cooked. Connor, what have you got?
With a new unit show possibly on the horizon, and with Kate trying to hire as many people as she can to unit, I wanted to take a look at what that show might look like.
Oh no.
Episode 1. Well, hi, now I'm Gerald, I'm 84, and I have a bit of a bung knee now, don't I?
I think unit can use you.
Well, that's fantastic. Episode 2.
Well, I'm just a wee little Scottish lad. I'm 3 years old. I'm still in me diapers, and I'm not quite sure what I want to do with me life.
I think unit can use you.
Well, I don't have anything better to do.
Episode 3. Hello, I'm a Dalek. Exterminate and whatnot.
I think unit can use you.
Yeah. Episode 4. Oh my god, Kate, it's Ricky September. Kate, it's Ricky September. Oh my god, he is amazing. Kate, hire Ricky September. Kate, it's Ricky September. You gotta hire him. Kate, why aren't you saying anything? Why aren't you saying anything, Kate? It's Ricky September. You could save him, Kate. You could save Ricky September. Just hire him. Hire Ricky September. You hired a 3-year-old Scotsman, but not Ricky September.
Wow.
Thank you all for listening to episode 120 of Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast. Gonna move on from that. Yeah.
Wow.
Done.
I think we need Kate. So Unit could use you on the.
I think Unit could use you.
Yeah, that'd be so. Whenever we get a guest on, and they have a really good point.
I think Unit could use you. Oh my god, yes, yes, make that happen. Make that happen, Crispy. I'm trusting you.
Oh,
well,
man, that's great. Thank you, Connor. Wow.
Thank you all very much for listening to an actual prompt live episode. We didn't go on for 50 years today, Crispy. We kept it prompt.
What?
Crazy.
What?
I'm going to a
That's
different
crazy.
Manchester Comic-Con tomorrow, so to be fair, I need the sleep. It's a busy weekend,
Yeah.
man. It's a busy weekend.
Busy weekend for the boy.
It's
Busy
a
weekend for
quiet
this
con
boy.
tomorrow. I'm going with a friend, and I'm just going to have a chill. It'll be nice. It'll be nice.
Oh, well,
So
have
if
fun.
anyone's going to
Good
MegaCon
sir.
in Manchester, say hi. Did have, by the way, shout out to Huan. I hope that's your name. Lovely guy who we met in the queue for the photo with Arthur Darvill, I think it was. Pel Mackey, who recognised me from the podcast. Well, he actually said, you do the
great.
podcast with Crispy Pro. And I was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Hey.
He was lovely.
That's nice.
So thank you very much for saying hi. Much love to you. I mentioned you were doing a live episode. Not sure if he's watching, but I'm sure he'll listen back either way. So shout out to you. You were lovely. But if you do see me around tomorrow, let me know. It'd be lovely to see you. If you're listening on Tuesday. So until next time, we will see you all next week. I'm going to ComicCon Liverpool later in the year.
Brutal.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. So currently, actually, ironically, only for my mum. She's meeting someone out of Supernatural. I'm not meeting anyone yet. So I might be having a nice little chill time at Liverpool for a change, which is, I need it. My bank balance needs it. So we will see you all next week where we talk about your season 1 hot takes. We've already recorded the episode because we're that far ahead. And it's a corker.
My gosh.
It's a corker, is it not, Crispy?
It's a crazy one. There are twists. There are turns. Oh my
There
gosh.
are chicken
things
wings. There's hot
were
sauce.
said. Yes, correct. Yeah,
Crispy literally
that's
cooks
great.
them during the episode. He cooks in more ways than one.
man.
So,
Yeah,
Crispy,
it's true.
your closing comments.
The war between the land and the sea has now begun. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you all for listening to this episode. We'll see you all next week where we talk about season 1 hot takes. Until then, it is goodbye from Crispy.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Bye, bye, bye. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, God, I just heard that on my mum's mic. I just heard that on my mum's TV downstairs. Oh, dear. That
Nice.
sounded awful. That didn't come out well. All right. Well, there you go. That's the episode recorded. So stop recording there and stop recording on the other side.
Yay.
Boom, look at that. That was easy.
Yay, we did it.
Yeah. Who's your mum meeting? I
did
can't
it.
remember her name. She plays Charlie in Supernatural. Felicia Day, I think her name is. I think. But yeah. So the war between the land and the sea has now begun. I think Unit could use you. That's you, Crispy. Unit could use you. Unit could use you. But yeah. So there we go. We kept that prompt. I mean, there is the Marvel panel at 2 a.m. Like, if there was a way to watch those panels live, even if I was up early tomorrow for a con, I'd stay up and watch it live. Like, nothing would be greater. But what I've tend to find with those panels is people. Yes, I know. My mum just shouted to say we're still live on YouTube. She was worried I was going to expose your address or something. Thanks for that, though. I appreciate it. Did you hear her on the mic by any chance?
Yeah, I just heard that. Funny.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. Like, what I've tend to find with these panels is people will record them, like cut out any trailers and bits, and then upload them after the panel's gone out. So hopefully in the morning there'll be somewhere I can just watch the whole thing. That's the plan. And hopefully
I'm gonna be able to watch it live.
I wish.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I didn't realize. How long have I got?
Well,
3
no,
hours?
it's not broadcasted live. That's what I mean. They don't broadcast it live.
Oh yeah, but people will tweet. People will.
Oh yeah.
do
That's
some-
at 2 a.m. So
I'll
that's
be
in
able to
3 hours time.
Yeah. All right. That's
Yeah.
great. That's like lunchtime for me.
Yeah, 2 a.m. in the morning for me. Yeah, great.
It's 11 a.m.
What I
Yeah,
think I'll
cool.
try and do, because I'll be on a train to Manchester, which takes a while. What I might try and do is stay off Twitter, not see the spoilers, and then just hop straight onto YouTube and watch a panel. Then again, I'll pick my phone up and I'll have like loads of like directed news things to me. It'd be like, just announced Thor. My one prediction going into it. If anyone's got any Marvel predictions to shut off, let us know. My prediction is Thor 5 is going to get announced. Just because I think Chris Hemsworth's a little bit too open to it now. Like at the time Love and Thunder went out and it didn't go down well, he was like, maybe I'll do another one if the story's good. And most recently he got asked and he went, I'm always up for it. And I'm like, that's too dramatic a change. Something's cooking.
Yeah, they'll announce some stuff. They'll announce some stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Especially since Kevin Feige basically went, oh yeah, we're going to focus more on established characters now. Sorry.
Did they have a Deadpool thing recently?
They had a panel for
At the
Deadpool
Comic-Con?
a couple of days ago, and it turned out the panel was basically them just showing everyone the film and then bringing out everyone who played cameos in the film onto the stage, which is insane.
I saw that. I was like, oh, Marvel, like, I was like, oh, the Marvel panel is just Deadpool this year. But no, Deadpool had its own dedicated thing. That's great.
So the actual,
That's
this is the big Hall H Marvel Studios one. So we might see if it's been confirmed that the Russo brothers are directing Avengers 5 and 6, which I found out. I apparently predicted in my Discord like a year ago. I was like, it's going to get announced the Russos direct at least the last Avengers. Mark my words. What did I what
you know, my gosh.
Just my genius knows no bounds.
You're so smart. You're so smart, boy.
And supposedly they've announced Kang's recast, or they've recast Kang privately, so we might find out who that is.
Oh,
what their plans are. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
I thought they were just going to bury Kang, to be honest, but who knows? I mean, without spoiling anything, the Deadpool and Wolverine is very. It does make a good point out of how people are not enjoying the multiverse saga. So I kind of wondered if they were trying to pull away from that, but maybe they're not. Maybe they're still going to try and save it.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll do special episodes. Don't worry. Don't worry. Crispy, you got a question before we wrap up. Kieran wants to know, when are you next doing things for Who Culture?
I don't know. I need to. There's a lot of stuff I need to sort out on my end in regards to Who Culture stuff. So I don't know. We'll see.
Get on with it, buddy. Get on with it.
It could happen.
Make the bank. Make the bank. Get paid.
Maybe.
And then give me the money. Right. Thank you all for listening. We'll see you all in our next recorded episode. Like I said, pre-done. It'll be out a week on Tuesday, usual time for all of you. So see you there. Are we going to get a special episode for Deadpool and Wolverine? As we've said, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
I think I'm going to say, expect that we don't. If we do, it'll be a nice surprise.
Yeah.
It's a busy couple of weeks for me coming up, and Crispy's still getting set into his new job anyway, so we may not manage it.
It's just a wild time.
We'll try. Right, folks, let's go to the outro. Where even is the outro screen? There it is. It started. Crispy, say goodbye.
Goodbye, my lover.
Bye.